The relationship currently to the other standards, 62.1, 62.2, 170, is that we're going to write the standard essentially on top of them. So requirements in 241P will assume that the minimum standard that applies for air quality is being met. So if you have a non-residential, non-healthcare building, of an office building or something of that sort, compliance with 62.1 is kind of taken as given as the baseline, and so we're working on how would you go beyond that, and a little bit in the way that maybe 189.1 goes beyond 90.1 for energy and 62.1 for air quality. But the big question is, how will those standards ultimately change? Because those are the ones that are referenced in codes and other similar documents, especially 62.1 that is basis for ventilation rates in the main model code. And that's not really within the scope of the 241P committee, but we have participation on the committee from people who are very involved in 62.1, 62.2, and 170. And as one of our activities, we will be discussing with them how we might move some of the 241 requirements into those standards. What you need to understand is that if you're going to change those ANSI standards to include provisions that deal with infection risk mitigation, you actually have to change the title, purpose, and scope of the standard to say that that is something that is included. So how that will happen, I can't really say yet. I can imagine a process that might start with addenda. So you could have a formative appendices for these standards that would be information that could be used by a user of the standard if they wanted to include requirements in their design that would address infection risk. The big leap is going from informative appendices to actual standard content, and that will proceed by the normal ANSI process, I think.